what's going on today. Me? I am on the road out here in the middle of Texas. I am headed to a preview of an auction that is going to be held tomorrow. So I'm going to go look and see if there's some things that I can pick up and sell on eBay and get rich. So this auction is for a tractor supply company that is closing down. Little bitty town out here in the middle of nowhere, and they have a ton of huge items that are just rusting into the ground. This place has been in business for decades and decades and decades. So I'm hoping to get into some of the smaller items and make a purchase or two so I can have more inventory to sell. I saw some shelves of tractor repair manuals. They can be worth some money. And then there were all kinds of tools. But no, I'm not going into the business of buying used tractors and trying to sell big old tractor parts that weigh more than I do. So we'll see. I'll strap on the GoPro and see if we can't do some business. Maybe make a purchase or two. Alright, here we go. Okay, am I recording? Here we are. Tractors and trailers and farm equipment galore. A lady in a pink shirt. Nice little trailer. People testing out different equipment. Alright. Let's see what we can figure out. Okay, so all these manuals here are going to be sold in one lot. And I have no clue as to how much this stuff is worth. It was worth $5.50 back in, let's see a date. It just shop manual. This one was $10. So it's a stack of about 10 shop manuals. IT. What is IT? I would think H would be International Harvester, but IT. Oliver. So there you go. Some of these are pretty old. But a lot of people keep tractors forever, so they're going to have value. Let's see if there's a date at the end. Nope. Alright. So all this is one lot. Here's some John Deere, Amco, Wisconsin engines. So there's no telling how high this lot is going to go, but probably quite a bit. And then, of course, all the office furniture is getting sold. Yeah. And then everything on this table is one lot. Scan some things. Let's see what a value built 130 is worth. Not on eBay. There's a Ford 800. Just parts and pieces and tractors. Yeah. This would take a lot of research. I'm not very familiar with tractor parts. Looks like an alternator though. Starter. $350 for new. Looks like a carburetor. Injector pump. So thousands of dollars worth of parts sitting right here. Looks like a Cub Farmall. Alright. And then this table will be yet another some spark plugs. All kinds of stuff here. Fuel bowl. John Deere replacement part. I got $34 written on there. Let's look at it. Again, this stuff is kind of expensive. Man, that's a big heavy piece. That weighs about 80 pounds right there, that bar. Oof. Safety cover for a Kubota. Alright. And another one. This is lot 126. Got the auction sheets here. 126 is vintage wooden. Oh, that's just for the table. I don't know about the lot that's on it. 800 Ford Rod BRNGS standard. There's different parts, pieces, parts. Probably got value on all of it. But again, I am not a Max Force Conrad. Let me look that up. Okay, so that's a motor engine piston with Conrad. Not the piston, just the Conrads. Okay. Alright. Looking. God, that's heavy. Of course, to run a tractor, you got to have some big, heavy parts. Bum. There's some old artwork. Interesting. Might be worth a bid. And that old picture they're building tractors. And advertising pictures. And the stuff is old, some of it. So I think all these advertisement pieces goes in one auction lot. 113. 113 says tractor art, frame tractor images, and JD frame. Alright. Take a picture and see what something's worth. So here we got a Ferguson shop manual. They're listed on eBay over here from $18 to $100. Let's see if I can get it sold. See how many of those have sold. So this sells for about 13 bucks, and there's a whole bunch. So if you can make $5 a piece, take home pay, looks like about 120 manuals maybe. So that'd be good buy if I could get it, because I can handle shipping this stuff. Okay, here we got some office supplies. There's a Kwikset doorknob, notepad, American flag, some ink, partial, some bins, calculators, just this and that office supplies. There's some more ink. So this table will be worth getting if you can get it. That is heavy. Oh, that's a time clock. With the keys. Let me look that up. Okay, so the time clock sells for 20 to 65 bucks, 70 bucks, 80 bucks. That one sold for $3.40. Oh, it's new. Okay. And then obligatory cords, some more ink. Yeah. Smooth Corona. Not just a ton of value here, maybe $200 worth of value on this table, and this whole table is one auction lot. Some Traeger drill tools. Kitchen supplies, including a Bunn single burner. That's worth probably $100, $150. Bunch of Tupperware, can opener. Don't need a refrigerator, and I can't move one. I left 2 refrigerators at the school auction. Past videos you've seen. Alright, in here we got some boxes. Always use boxes. How many boxes are here? Looks like loads of 25. 4, 6, 7, 8. They look like 8 by 8 by 6. That'd be good to pick up if the price is right. Uline envelopes, steel strapping seals, and that's kind of a heavy duty scale. What does that do? Cut strap, I think. So anyway, yeah, that'd be worth it getting the boxes. And Bixaline printer. And over here we got just stuff, a pair of old scales, tire beaters. Look at that old jug. Harry Humstone would like that jug, I bet. That looks like an old scale. Looks like it may still work. Rusty as all get out. Yeah, rain gauge. That's cool. And a couple of stoves. Check out these cast iron stoves. Pretty cool. My grandma used to cook on one of those. Oh, cha-ching! Sold something. Let's see what I sold. Sold for $124. I sold I just got this yesterday from the Lutherans. Auto World Racetrack. Hendrix Motorsport. Sold for full price the day after I listed. Ba-bam! Love it. Paid $10 to the Lutherans for that. Alright, on to the next stuff. There's a Harley Heritage Softail. Looks like it's been ridden a while. Can't see how many miles are on the odometer. I'm not much of a motorcycle guy anyway. I owned a motorcycle once for 3 weeks. And it was a Kawasaki, and it scared me to death. It was one of those sprint bikes. It was like 350 cc's and geared where it would race, and it scared me, so I sold it. Same price that I gave for it. Alright, now here we got tools. Heavy industrial stuff. Some of this I wouldn't want. However, some I would. That looks like a bunch of junk to me, although somebody would want it. There's a few wrenches, busted wrenches. Alright, now we got just that's a nice appliance dolly. We got some oil cleanup, ladders. What is that? A box crusher? Cardboard box crusher? Off wash time. Wash. What are we washing? I don't know. Anyway, I ain't gonna buy that. There's a nice Craftsman toolbox with stuff. Lots of stuff. Clean that up and it'll sound good. Got just that. Okay. Just man, that's a big old press. Sheesh. Could press some parts with that sucker. I wonder how much this anvil weighs. Jeez. I wonder if it's got a date on it. Anyway, I ain't gonna buy that. That sucker weighs 250 pounds. Tie downs. Pressure washer. Titan trash pump. That looks like it could empty some water. Looks like it's never been used. But I don't sell stuff that big. Alright, here we go. Tools. I'm gonna load this. Let's see. These are Craftsman 7/8 combination. Let me look that up. Okay, so one Craftsman combination 7/8 is worth $6-7. Okay, so what's 6 times 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. What's 6 times 40? $120 worth of wrenches on this end. And then we got the big, we got a couple of big ones. What else is Craftsman? That says John Deere. KAL, that's a good tool. There's probably $300-400 worth of wrenches in this cart. So I'd like to get it. And then a pretty good socket set, it looks like. Are you Snap-on? Could you be Snap-on? No, chrome vanadium. It's just plain. CRV Taiwan. Chrome vanadium. So not. There's a Craftsman ratchet. Another Craftsman ratchet. Just stuff. There's a breaker bar. Yep, that's Craftsman too. Alright, so you got $300 or $400 worth of tools here. So you'd have to get it for $100. I bet that's already bid above $100 though. It's looking like there may not be much to buy. Alright, some cast iron pots. How much are cast iron pots? Large. B&O. Lodge. And Lodge. Lodge is, I mean, it's good stuff, but it's not that great. Alright, we got a Craftsman impact wrenches. Oof, this looks like a pretty good toolbox with contents. And I bet this sucker's already bid up pretty high because everybody likes tools. Man, that's a lot of Craftsman. That's a lot of Craftsman. That's a lot of Craftsman. And screwdrivers. So we're talking about $400 or $500 worth of Craftsman here. If you could get it for $200, you'd be making money off this. Oh, there's some more. Gotta love tools if you can get them cheap enough. That's a Craftsman set. What set is this one? Capri? Never heard of Capri wrenches. Oh, that's a hammer. One of those hammer. What do you call them? Anyway, y'all know what I mean. You hit it and knocks the screw loose by hitting the top of it. But it's a good set. Alright, that is a good tool. That's probably $400 box of tools there. And another box of tools. How about you? These are the hex wrenches. There's another set of impacts. And those are Pittsburgh. And this stuff. So this one's still got some good stuff, but not quite as good as that. Oh, it's a double decker. drawer is pretty heavy. Got some letter punches and filters. Alright. Boom, boom, still looking. Still looking, still looking. Well, I'm getting an idea. What's in this little toolbox? Nothing. What's in this little toolbox? Empty. 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 Doesn't say a brand. Alright, here we got a chop saw and some fluids. Roller cart with contents. Nice looking winch.
What do we got here?
That looks like a utility vehicle winch.
What?
Like a four-wheeler, and you put a electric winch on it. Pull yourself out of the mud. That's a big old kettle. Some winch would like to have that. Hose and stuff, and bolt cutters, and yeah. Not needing much of any of this. Old-fashioned blow torches. Stuff. Oh, 8-track tapes. Chet Atkins. Well, there's an Igloo dog kennel. Dog house. Steel blower and a steel weed eater. I wonder if it runs. Let's see. See if we can get this sucker. See if we can get this running. Well, it may take more time than I got for it. Alright. A couple of 2-wheel dollies. And that's about it for this little part of the barn. Here we go. Alright. And here we got a open-ended barn with big ass stuff. The size of these engines. Yeah, and then they all ran a tractor or a combine or something at one time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need anything like that. Alright. So this auction is going to be live and on a simulcast. So if I bid, I will bid online. Man, that's some heavy duty racking, shelving, rusted. I got some goats over here. You want to see the goats? I'm going. Hey goats, come here. Let everybody look at you. What are y'all up to, huh? Maybe I can. GoPro doesn't zoom in very well. Oh, I sold something else. Oh, I got a new offer. I'll have to look at it. See if I can get a little video of the goats. They don't seem to want to come over just because I'm standing by the fence. Hey goats, what are y'all doing? Several goats out here. Goats are cute, especially when they're kids. Why do they call them kids? Because goats when they're little are cute. So we call them kids. Right? Yeah. Cute little devils. Alright. Okay, I think I've looked at about everything I want to. Anybody need a big old car hauler? I'm gonna haul 2 cars at once. Wrecker is for sale. You already looked in here. Alright. Well, I've seen a few things I could bid on. But I'm also seeing, I bet the stuff that I'd be interested in buying is going to be more than I want to pay. I'd like to get that pile of boxes. That's probably worth, oh gosh, those are 8 by 8 by 6 boxes. How much is, that'd be 200 of them. That'd be worth a $50 bid, I guess. If that's a separate lot in the auction. Man, look at all this stuff out here. Just sitting out here. Big old bush hog. Man, some of this equipment's seen better days. That trailer looks pretty good. Better than my trailer. Alright, that's the auction preview. Maybe I'll turn the camera on when I'm bidding tomorrow. If I bid. I don't know. Not just high quantities of stuff that I don't want to buy. Hey goats, what are y'all doing? Goats out here. Kids. What do they call them, kids? Because goats when they're little are cute. So we call them kids. Right? Yeah. Cute little devils. So this is the business where we are. Gap Tractor Parts Incorporated. And porta potties. The auction company brought out some porta potties so everybody could stay comfortable while they're shopping. But anyway, yeah, interesting. But 99% of it I couldn't handle, couldn't move. But we'll see what happens. Beautiful country out here in the Gap. We're in the Gap. The Gap is the space between the hills and hill country, Central Texas. It's a pretty place to be. Look at the live oaks there. And you've already seen the goats. All right. Okay, so here's the online auction. Here's the stuff I bid on. If it's green, I'm still winning the bid. If it's red, I'm not. So the ones already in red, I'm probably gonna give up on. But yeah, lots of stuff I'm bidding on. Like this is a pretty big lot of stuff here. All of that. Shelf after shelf of tractor parts. Yeah. So we'll see. I pretty much maxed out my bid at like $110 on this bunch of shelves, and I'll probably get outbid, but that'll be okay. There's some big, heavy stuff in this, so I'll probably let that go. But there's lots of little tractor parts, and they're all pretty expensive. But the sell-through rate is going to be really slow on this stuff. Anyway, I'll let you know what I pick up. Thanks for watching. This is your Silver Hair Stacker saying good luck, God bless. Get out there and buy some crap and sell it on eBay. Bye. So live auction's going on right now. Yeah. You can hear the auctioneer through the speakers. And you bid here. And it's also live. I could have gone out to the live auction, but yeah, I'm sitting here comfortable in my office chair. Anyway, stay tuned for what all I had bids on, and I may not win anything, but we'll see.